Wow, hey guys, did you like that? I'm trying out something new, just switching it up a little bit. And speaking of something new, today I'm doing my first book talk. So today we are doing a book talk on Untouchables by S.A. Starcevic. Starcevic, I'm not sure how to pronounce the author's surname, I'm sorry. I was sent a digital copy of this book for review in exchange for my honest opinion, and as always with all of my other opinions, always my own opinion. Untouchables is about a boy called Ethan Elliott who is one day just minding his own business, waiting by a fountain to break up with his boyfriend, and stuff goes down. And turns out he has superpowers. He can control electricity, which is pretty neat, and he uses that to help his friends from the Protectorate, who are this band of superheroes who have their headquarters in San Francisco. That's the basic premise. It's a novella, so it's only about 39 pages long. I'm pretty sure the PDF version was precisely 39 pages long. First thing I want to address is that I'm most likely not the intended audience for this novella. I would say it's probably for teenage boys between the ages of 13 and 16 roughly. As a 19-year-old girl, I don't necessarily think I am the target audience, but I enjoyed the book nonetheless. First of all, one of the things I really enjoyed regarding the plot is that it really adopted some of the tropes that I'm familiar with superhero stories, and that was something I really appreciated. But the problem is, the plot felt a little bit rushed, and I think that is because of the format, because it's a novella, there's not that much space, not that much time, and so it did feel a little bit rushed. I wasn't quite able to orient myself with the character and build a connection with the character because the plot just went straight on, and I didn't have enough time to process the personalities of the people I was being introduced to. So yeah, I didn't really have enough time to really get to know the characters before I was rushed into action and romance. And I mean, that's not always a bad thing, but in this case it just felt a bit I felt a bit distant to the characters, and I didn't really connect with them in the way I would have liked. Another thing that I really enjoyed was the writing style. Ethan's perspective was this nice mix of sarcasm, confusedness because he's dealing with this new superpower that he didn't know he had, and sort of this eagerness to share that with the world and to help his friends, which I really enjoy. I actually laughed out loud like once or twice, and that rarely happens for me, so that was really nice. It was very humorous. One thing I did notice with the writing style though is that there was a lot of telling rather than showing. There was one instance where it was a sunset and I was just told it was beautiful, but if it had been described to me I would have known it was beautiful rather than having to be told that it was beautiful. So that's just a small thing that, you know, my experience as an English tutor has sort of ingrained in me, you know, show, don't tell. So it was just a little thing that annoyed me a little bit, but not too much. I still really enjoyed the writing style, and I mean, teenage boys aren't the most descriptive of individuals, so I can understand why spending time in the perspective of a teenage boy that would happen. There would be a lot of focus on action rather than on details. But by far my favourite aspect of Untouchables was the LGBT element. Ethan is gay, and I think that, you know, representation of other people's experiences of life are really important to understanding other people, and representation is so crucial in the media. And I don't want to just read stories that are about people like me. I want to read stories about all sorts of different people and their experiences of the world. And, you know, and I think that Ethan could easily be a hero for a lot of young kids. So overall, I gave this book 3 out of 5 stars. I liked it. I had some problems with it, and I don't think I was the target audience, and so that's probably why I had some problems with it. If you want to read this novella, I will leave all of the links where you can get it in the description box. Don't forget to check out my Goodreads review, which is also in the description box. I hope you're having a lovely day and happy reading. Bye!